If I had to start all over again on Upwork, I'm going to be doing it completely differently. This time, no more generic proposal and no more sitting, hoping and waiting for clients to find me. Hi, my name is Adeze, your favorite local no-code developer who talks about Upwork, freelancing, remote work, and what I do as a no-code local developer. Today, we're going to be talking about what I'm going to do differently if I was to start all over again on Upwork. So this is me telling you what you can do differently if you're not getting results on Upwork or if you're just beginning, mistakes you should not make that I had made so that you will get better results. So, welcome to the channel. If you are new, do well to subscribe, like, and drop a comment. And if you're old, it's good to have you back again. So, let's get into it. When I first started on Upwork, I offered everything and anything: minute taker, admin work, social media manager, and graphic design, literally everything. And while I might have gotten random gigs around all of this, best believe that most of them just came in once. Maybe once I had minute taking job, another time I had maybe having to do a graphic designing work, another time I had to do a data entry. That wasn't a smart move. I felt like the more I had to offer, the more clients I'll have. And with this explanation I've given you, you can see that that strategy did not eventually work. Social media management is a niche on its own, and inside of that, there are so many things you can do. You can manage LinkedIn, you can manage TikTok, you can manage Instagram, you can manage Facebook. Like there are so many social media accounts or platforms that could be managed in these aspects. Admin work is a whole niche on its own. So if I had taken my time to just really pick an aspect, build my skills on them, and face that aspect, I still would have gotten clients. But I felt like having to do everything was the best option. That is not the best option. So if you're trying to do everything and anything and saying, let me see the one that will work, you eventually might not get any clients in any of that. So pick one, master it very well. I will not categorically say that is niching down, because even in social media management, there are people that that have niched down to just Instagram management, just Facebook management, just TikTok management. Those are people niching down. This is just you picking an aspect, because even in social media management, there are tools, so much tools you will have to learn. You'll be thinking of learning how to use scheduling tools like social pilots, buffer, and even the inbuilt scheduling tools. You also learn maybe how to run ads with the platforms. You have to learn how to use Google Analytics, and there are so many things and tools you can learn inside of that. So imagine overwhelming yourself with learning so many tools from different aspects or niches that you think that, let me just try my hands. It won't give you room to really study well and master the craft well, because you're picking a bit of this from different places, and you will come out half baked instead of really, really refined. So I hope you understand the concept of me saying pick an aspect and deal with it very, very well. Pick the tools in that aspect and hammer on them very well until you gain mastery. And to be fair, specialists, especially if you're saying it's social media you want to pick, tend to make more money than generalists, because you are either here or there. And when clients come and want a need in one of the parts you say you're doing, you probably don't know that skill very well because you didn't spend enough time to study that skill very well. You end up not knowing how to deliver, and you might lose out on that. But if you take out time and pick an aspect, build on it very well. Now, don't confuse this for niching down, and I've explained this at the beginning. But if you pick an aspect and learn all the tools that there is in that aspect thoroughly, you realize that you are better off refined compared to somebody who is a generalist. Because even as a generalist, where would you find the time to learn all the tools and all the things you're saying you want to really learn? I hope you're getting the concept of what I'm trying to say. So, if you're starting out, pick 2 to 3 tools, depending on how many is available to learn. Pick a service. Like I said, social media is a service on its own. Pick the tools that are very peculiar, the top top 2 to 3 tools or the most demanding tools by clients and build on it. Next is to know who are your target audience. Are they agencies or solopreneurs? Are you looking to help individual businesses or you're looking to work on agencies? Why I'm saying so is because your approach and deliverables for each of these people are different. So you need to be sure, is it agencies, his agencies, your content in getting these clients or your overview will be quite different from if it is individual or solopreneurs you're looking to help. There are people who own businesses but don't have time to post on social media. Some don't even know the right strategy to post or market their work. That is where you come in. Then there are agencies that are looking to hire you for you to work with them, where they give this as a service, more like B2C. Do you understand? Or B2B. So you know what you really want. And that will help you also know the kind of skill set you have to learn to be able to deliver these things either for solopreneurs or agencies. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to build proof, even when I've not gotten my first client. You don't have to get your first client before you can start building projects that showcases what you can do. Before I had to wait till I had clients before I started thinking of building portfolio. That was a very, very wrong move. And instead of doing that, I would have brought up dummy projects to have worked on and passed them as portfolio. So go ahead and build dummy projects that should pass as your portfolio. Do things differently. The worst of it all was that I didn't even think that there was something like video portfolio. So even if I had portfolios before, they were maybe very, very scanty or vague screenshots that were not even explaining anything, that were not saying the problem, the solution, and the results. They were just screenshots saying, I can do this. Okay, if you can do this, what problem does it solve? So I'll go ahead to do more of video portfolio, share those video portfolios and build on them, build templates, build case studies and share as portfolios on my Upwork account. You'll be bothering yourself why things are inconsequential. Clients don't really care whether the job you're showing as portfolio was being paid for or if it was done free. What they are bothered about is, can this solve problem? Can you solve my problem? And proof that you can solve my problem. I've never heard any client say, this portfolio you built, is it for a real client? Were you paid for it? Or did you do it as a demo? I've never heard anybody ask that. So don't worry your head about all of that. Just go ahead and build it, showcase it, and hit on the pain points, the problem, the solution, and the results. Another thing I'm going to pay attention to work on is my Upwork profile overview. My previous Upwork profile overview, phew, I have never seen an Upwork overview that was that bland. I was more of, I'm passionate about helping you do this, helping you do that. Who passion help? So what I would have done differently is to mention solutions I can do. I help businesses recover 10 plus hours of their time weekly with automation tools, using automation tools like Airtable, Zapier. That sounds more better than saying I'm a passionate AI automation specialist. What is your passion doing at that moment? It's not enough to say you're passionate. What problem are you solving? Mention the kind of problem you solve. Mention problems you have solved. Even if it's a case study, mention it. Remember, it's not about you, it's about the results the client gets. So your overview should speak more about what you have to offer to the client and not who you are. Another thing I'm going to do differently is that I'd rather send one killer proposal a day than the 20 copy and paste proposals I was sending every single time. When I first started, I felt like the more proposal you sent out, the more likely you will get clients. So I could stay a day and send 20 proposals back to back. I kept wasting connects because most of them had no views, no response, nothing, nothing. So if I was to start again, I'd rather send one killer and solid proposal where I take my time, read it, craft a proposal that is personalized, offering solutions, than sending 20 copy and paste where I was only either changing the client's name and changing the tools they were mentioning. I will not do that nonsense again. So if you're looking to start, it's better you send less personalized and better proposals than sending so much thinking that the more you send the more likely you get responses. If you're sending more and the proposals are not great, you will just be wasting connect, and That's money. If you're thinking of the best proposal you can ever send that is no fluff but very solid, I've talked about it in this channel. I'm going to put it somewhere up so that you can go and watch. So I'd rather send one solid proposal, which I expect you to do, than sending like 10 spammy proposals. You will just be wasting connect and wasting money, and it will be very draining. You don't want to get drained and feel like you're not doing enough. It might just be that you're not doing it the right strategy, and that's why I'm sharing this with you today. When I also started on Upwork, I realized that I was always in a hurry. I want to do this job and make my first dollar, make the next dollar, make the next dollar, without knowing that reputation in itself is a currency. So instead of me seeing that, "Oh, let me quickly do this job so that I'll get the next job and make money," I would have stayed to build relationship, build reputation, give the jobs my best, because clients who see that you are doing good in your job can easily refer you to more people, and you don't even have to sweat about using connects for all of that. So this is what I'll do differently if I was starting afresh on Upwork. One, I'll go over and beyond for every project, whether small or big task. I'll give it my very best. When I am done, because I know that I have gone over and beyond, my clients will be impressed. I can now ask for testimonials or reviews from them, for them to drop testimonials or reviews on my Upwork profile. I don't used to ask for reviews. I just felt like the client should know that they should send me a review. There are proper ways you can request for review. So I'll ask the client for review or testimonial and request if they could make it as detailed as possible so that my next clients can see and see it as a proof that I can do their jobs for them. Three, I'll also treat each client like a long-term investment, because I tell you, if you're able to treat your clients so good, one client can translate to three more clients. If a client give referrals, their friends or colleagues can easily believe them, especially if they speak right about what you've done for them. So you would have gotten more people to hire you and not waste time on connect than just thinking, let me finish with this client and think of the next client I want to work for. It doesn't work like that. Learn to build relationship, give it your best, because that client could refer you. I'm not saying you should go and start asking your clients for referral. No, that's how your work will speak for you. They on their own will be the ones to say they want to refer you for jobs. Okay. Now, you might not see this one coming, but if I was to start afresh, for every project I finished on Upwork, I'll convert that into a case study and make a post about it on LinkedIn. Yes, I know you didn't see this one coming, but this is something I've been adapting lately. If you're following me on LinkedIn, you'll see that most of the jobs I share there, they are mostly from clients I got on Upwork. In just one job post, I can tell you 5 content ideas that can come out from it. So a client might not see the first, they might not see the second, they might see the third, they might not see the fourth, they might see the fifth, but you cannot run out of content ideas from one job you've done on Upwork posted on LinkedIn. And I'm going to share with you the 5 different ways you can repurpose a job on LinkedIn. Number one, I'll share lessons I learned while working on the project. If it was challenging, how I overcame the challenges, what I did differently, and all that. That's a post on its own. So making sure to mention that this was a job I did for a client. Second will be a video walkthrough. I'm very heavy on that. If you've been on this channel, you will see that I have videos I do walk through. All I do is change the client's data and redo that project again so that it serves as a reference for me for another time and to also help other people who have similar challenge. So I'll do a video walkthrough and post on my LinkedIn or post on my YouTube. Sometimes I post on my LinkedIn, depending on how lengthy it is. If it's too lengthy, I upload on my YouTube and talk about it and tell people to go and watch. If it's too brief, I can post it on my LinkedIn. That is a second idea from the same job posting. Number three will be screenshots from the project, blurring out important details, mentioning the challenges the clients had, the solution I gave, and the results. Make the screenshot very neat, watermark it with my name, and give it in details what I've done. And let me tell you, these posts, they used to do great numbers on LinkedIn. In fact, those posts tend to give me clients reaching out to me in my DM on LinkedIn, telling me they want to work with me or there's a challenge they want me to look into. and all that. So it's not enough to just leave it or restrict it to only Upwork. Go ahead to share about your experience. And I'm always doing this. I mean, I started doing this year, and I realized that the result from it has been mind blowing. So don't just restrict yourself to Upwork. Now that just one job you have done on Upwork could get you like 5 clients outside of the platform. Could be on LinkedIn, could be on Facebook, could be anywhere. But I mentioned LinkedIn because that's more of the work what kind of platform and professional platform that you can share. But people are getting jobs from anywhere. So anywhere that is deemed fit for you to share, go ahead and share there. The fourth thing from the same project that could be another content idea, could be a hack that helps me achieve that project. Take for instance, if it's a make.com, if it's an iterator that did the difference for me, I can mention. If it's a roll up or link up I used in Airtable to do that project, I can mention, share it as a hack and say that was something differently I did or I implemented in the project that made the project come to life. The fifth one, the fifth content idea from the same project will be a tutorial video. Remember, tutorial video is different from a walkthrough video. Walkthrough video is the one that can serve as your portfolio, just walking them through what has already been built. You've built the project and you're just walking them through. This is what this one does. This is what this one does. I put this one here for this so purpose and all that. But a tutorial video is more like building it from scratch. Doing a tutorial video, building it from scratch and teaching what you have learned from there. That one serves as a tutorial for your fellow freelancers and also some sort of proof to other people that she did not just do a walkthrough video, we watched her also build this thing from scratch. That means she actually has the knowledge in it. So just one job posting can get you 5 post ideas on how to share about your work outside of Upwork. Now, the last thing I'm going to do differently on Upwork will be not allowing imposter syndrome hold me back. Many of us are on this table, let's not lie. We tend to feel like we cannot do this job. We tend to feel like we're not the best fit for it. Even when we are seeing that, but I've learned this thing, I've learned this tool in the job description, but there's this fear of what if I get it spoiled? What if I don't do it well? How about you try and say, what if you get it done? What if this is the breakthrough? So if I'm starting afresh, I'll get out of my head and not feel like I'm not ready. You can never feel ready. As far as you've learned those things thoroughly and you are seeing something that you have done, that is you are seeing a job that is similar to what you've done or what you can do, go ahead and do it. You will never feel ready until you set to go. You'll never feel ready until you're set to go and you move in motion. So, if you're watching this and you feel like you're not ready enough, I want you to listen. Hit that submit, write that proposal, and get along to do that project because you will never feel ready if you don't start something immediately. Don't allow imposter syndrome rob you of opportunities, of earnings you should get, of opportunities to explore. Because when you don't start working, you cannot see the need to improve your skill and do things that will make you better. You just keep being stagnant at that point. So don't allow imposter syndrome rob you like it did to me when I first started. Okay. Remember, the goal isn't just to get jobs. The goal is to build momentum and be known for something great. When you're starting out, remember, don't try to be for everybody. Just try to be the best fit for the right someone. I'm rooting for you and I look forward to you hitting your first job or doing better and improving on getting your subsequent jobs. My name is Daisy, your favorite low-code, no-code developer who talks about Upwork freelancing and what I do as a no-code, low-code developer. So if you're new to this channel, I talk about Upwork freelancing, remote work, and everything in between. You love it here? Check my other videos, like, subscribe, and drop me a comment. And if you're an OG here who has been coming to the channel all along, I want to say thank you for your unwavering support. I see you. I'm grateful. I see the engagement people are giving. It's encouraging. Please don't stop. Drop me a comment. I want to hear what you will do differently if you're starting all over again. And if you found this very, very useful, I want you to also share with me which of the points you found very useful and which one you'll be implementing.